We've got to do a bit of Donald Trump, haven't we? Because it's all kicking off over in Washington. So obviously there was this big security leak where they started to have a conversation. Top people had a conversation about bombing Yemen on essentially an app, and a journalist was on it. I mean, what did you think of this?
Well, the lesson of this is don't join WhatsApp groups, or Signal, as they call it in the app industry in America. The bizarre thing is that's how government works these days in America. I suspect it works like that over here.
Well, COVID, we discovered they had it all on WhatsApp.
Yeah, exactly.
And somebody in Wales said, "Oh, sorry, I deleted my WhatsApps," as if that was an accident. What do you think?
I think that this is a bunch of amateurs, basically. It shows how amateur it is that they would, invite a journalist onto the WhatsApp.
I don't understand why he got the invite.
But the thing is, what it really has shown to me, apart from the fact that they're a bunch of amateurs, is the fact that they are prepared to lie their way out of things. I mean, and to go at this, the editor, there's Jeffrey.
Well, yeah, Jeffrey
calling
Goldberg,
the sleazebag, saying that he's perpetrated these hoaxes. Hoaxes about Russia. They keep saying about all the
they always
about
that. If you watch that brilliant movie on Trump, which is called, was it called The Apprentice?
Yes.
It says that he was just told attack. So let's have a look. He's obviously been on the back foot on this, Donald Trump, yesterday, and let's have a listen to what he had to say.
If it was up to me, everybody would be sitting in a room together. The room would have solid lead walls and a lead ceiling and a lead floor. But, life doesn't always let you do that. But I always say you have to learn from every experience. I think it was very unfair the way they attacked Michael. He's a good person. The person that was on just happens to be a sleazebag.
So he attacks the journalist as a sleazebag. So Michael is Michael Waltz. He's learned a lesson, Trump said. Tulsi Gabbard is involved as well. She was on the conversation as TG, apparently. She's the US Director of National Intelligence. She also faced a grilling because she had to appear in front of the senators yesterday. Let's have a listen.
Director Gabbard, did you participate in the group chat with Secretary of Defense and other Trump senior officials discussing the Yemen war plans?
Senator, I don't want to get into the specifics.
Ma'am, were you on? You're not going to be willing to address. So you're not. Are you denying? Matt, will you answer my question, ma'am? You were not TG on this group chat.
I'm not going to get into the specifics.
So you refuse to acknowledge whether you were on this group chat.
Senator, I'm not going to get into the specifics.
Why are you going to get into the specifics?
Now, the reason this is particularly tasty is because some of the people involved on the receiving end here were the ones who said Hillary Clinton should go to jail because she used her private email for government business. And The Guardian put together some clips of those involved in the group chat, previously criticizing Hillary Clinton for not using the government-approved email. Let's have a look.
If there was anyone other than Hillary Clinton, they would be in jail right now. This is a real deal, full-blown national security scandal.
She was less than truthful about it repeatedly. And it goes to the issue of both competence and credibility. It is irresponsible for an elected official in her capacity to be discussing highly sensitive things on a format that she had to have known was not fully secured.
I think it's why many of us felt that there should have been a prosecution started with respect to Hillary Clinton regarding classified emails.
When you have the Clinton emails, when you have the fact that the sitting national security advisor right now, Jake Sullivan, was sending and laundering classified documents into an unclassified server, on top of the fact that the sitting president of the United States admitted he had documents in his garage that you're going in and out of.
What do you think, Brian? Is that fair?
Well, years ago, people used to leave things accidentally on the photocopier. These days, with mobile phones, it's all on your mobile phone. And that's the way of the world. And I think it's wrong of Nina to say the Trump administration is amateur. I think it's anything but amateur. The Trump administration is, in fact, I think, incredibly professional.
Really?
And has hit
Wow,
the ground
you
running.
surprised me,
It's
Brian.
hit the ground running.
Well, it's hit the ground
professional.
running, but this is an absolute amateur mistake. And what I absolutely loathe is the sheer hypocrisy that you just showed, that The Guardian has showed, just spelled out. These are the same people who were calling for Hillary Clinton to be jailed for using her personal email as opposed to, as you say, the government
I
email.
suppose you could argue that was deliberate, whereas this Signal thing was accidental, maybe.
But
How
it's
many
a
of us have
mistake.
not sent a text message to somebody we
Yes, but
shouldn't
we're
have
not
done?
running the free world, are we?
Well,
Yeah, but Brian's been in politics. You've probably spoken.
I've sent messages again. I think, oh dear.
Right. But it's interesting
could
you
have
think
involved
the Trump
lives.
government is professional because of the sheer speed of action. Is that right?
The Trump government has done more in 100 days than the Biden administration did in 4 years.
Yes, because he's only using executive orders. He's bypassing the government completely.
Well, maybe
Just
that
saying,
doesn't matter.
I want this to happen, I want that to happen. He is a complete dictator. Well, of course you can
No,
get
he
things done
understands
to-
how government works. He's learned from his
he
first
doesn't.
administration.
He's bypassing government. He is just using his powers as a dictator.
He's got a Republican majority in Congress.
He's got a
hasn't he?
huge...
So, for now.
And his
he's
foreign
got a-
policy initiatives don't need the Senate's approval.
Well,
Trying to end the war in Ukraine, his Middle East actions, they're the sort of
Yes,
thing...
but the reason he's trying to solve the war in Ukraine and sort out Gaza is because he wants the Nobel Peace Prize. You can't begin to think that he cares about people.
Oh, I think
dying.
he does care.
He does not.
I think he
I
cares.
think you're
He
completely
cares
deluded.
about people dying unnecessarily, as most people do
I
in
almost
politics.
envy you, your naivety. I really do.
I'm not naive. I've been around the block, darling. Sorry.
Don't call me darling.
Don't call it.
That's
It's like
not a good
Basil
start.
Fawlty, where I have to. No, don't say that to Sybil. That's not a good idea. Nina.